Welcome, everybody, to our Walking Dead episode of Bush League Geek. Today, we are here to talk about Season 6 because it's so good so far. Right now, we have myself, Clever Bacon, we have Cody, we got Kevin, and we got Randall in the house. And we're all stoked about the new season of Walking Dead, and we want to talk about it. We want to discuss some things, talk about the timeline, and hopefully see what everybody else thinks from the comments. So, Cody, Kevin, Randall, what do you think of the current season?
Oh, man. So far, this season has kicked off with a fucking bang. From that first episode, it was just crazy chaotic. And with Rick being back the way he is now, seeing him take charge and like get that town in order, I'm super excited about it, man. There's a lot that I want to talk about with it, especially a few of the characters, but we'll get into that as we progress on during the show. What did you think, Kevin?
Well, after watching the second episode, because I wasn't caught up, it was just like, wow. I mean, literally,
wow.
You're just watching Carol's like, oh, yeah, I told you gotta smoke outside. Then, oh, shit, she got machete in the face.
Machete in the face!
And it makes you wonder who would have, like, what would have happened if she hadn't seen that.
Exactly.
Like, if she had been smoking inside,
Yeah.
who would have been the first person to die? And who would have,
That's a good question.
you know, how would that have all played out? So, yeah, that was interesting to see how that worked.
We need to discuss that little bitch eating the turtle.
No shit!
Oh,
How
God.
gross
Eat
it
it.
was. I mean, they can eat humans all day long, but if a little turtle comes around,
I mean, she didn't even give a shit. She was like, well, I'm eating that.
Yeah.
Like, she just bashed its head on a rock and had at it.
Hopefully everybody listening to this is caught up to this
Yeah.
point so far. But what we're talking about is Enid. If you've seen the second episode, and let me just mention, Enid's a horrible fucking name. My name was Enid.
Anybody that's listening who's named Enid, we're sorry.
We're sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Seriously, I'm sorry. But
Change it
like,
up.
if I was a woman and my name was Enid, and
Personally, I
like,
think if you were just as you are now,
or just
and
as
your
I
name
am,
was
even
Enid,
even now, if my name is Enid, like that's my name given, and I kept it to be respectful to my parents. And then every single person I knew died, and I was just dead and alone. The very first thing I tell people when I meet them, like brand new people out in this crazy ass world, and they ask me my name, it ain't gonna be fucking Enid. I'll tell you that.
well, what would it be?
I'm partial to Cody, but that's my name. So
JoJo, just call me JoJo.
or something like fuck. She could have been Zool or
Zool.
something like
The gatekeeper?
the gatekeeper. I don't know, but Enid.
Are
Like,
you the
Enid.
keymaster?
Anyway, so Enid, I got off on a tangent. Sorry about that. It happens. In the second episode, we kind of find out who Enid is in a way. Like where she came from and her surviving out on her own.
And then she left.
Yeah, this chick, man, she came across this turtle in the wild and just goes to town eating it, like straight out the shell. And with all the gruesome and gory things in the show, somehow that's the grossest thing I've ever seen on it.
It's the fact that she's picking its bones clean.
Yeah, and who knew turtles had that many bones? Like she's spelling out JSS in the dirt.
Hashtag
JSS. No, that's the new hashtag.
Hashtag who knew turtles had that many bones. Hashtag turtle bones.
All right,
And I mean, it just shows her breaking like a tail off or something.
yeah.
Just snap, and then...
No.
Ugh.
Yeah, that was pretty horrible.
That's pretty bad.
But for those that were paying attention and didn't realize that JSS was just survived somehow, you probably get it now that we've said it. Because I think I said it, and Cody was like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, I totally did not think about that the first time. I think I was mildly distracted watching that episode or something. I don't know.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
she didn't lie. She said she wouldn't say goodbye.
Yeah, she just,
Yeah, that's true. She
just
did say
dipped.
that.
Personally, I like the way the first and second episode are tied together as far as timelines, because the first episode was a very unique episode in the way that it did almost like a present day and past story where it kept skipping into the black and white. I thought that was really well done. I thought it was interesting watching The Talking Dead, how Greg Nicotero was talking about how they originally were thinking about doing a desaturated past and an oversaturated future and this and that, but they were talking about how, you know, the world now looks pretty dead as it is. The black and white was a better contrast. I thought it was really cool how they were skipping back and forth between present day, or quote unquote present day, and the past story with the black and white. But I also thought it was interesting that they left you hanging with the horn at the end of the first episode, and then tied in kind of real time mid episode in the second episode, where, you know, the truck comes in and plows into the wall, and then the horn's going off.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh,
there it is.
Yeah.
Well, you saw me watching. I was like, there it is.
Aha!
But the zombie in the truck, was it already a zombie?
No,
He couldn't turn that quick.
That's what
Yeah,
I thought. He
that's-
turned.
It was pretty quick, and he was already pretty dead looking. So I don't know what the deal with that is. But you know, the wolves use zombies anyways.
Yeah,
Like
but
they
are
tie
that-
them to trees and leave them like bait and stuff
But
like
are they
that.
that smart to?
no.
I don't think they're that
Drive
smart.
it.
I just
It could
think,
have been rigged.
yeah. I mean, how
Um,
hard would it be to shove a zombie in there and just set the truck in
Yeah,
motion?
but another thing too that you have to think about, like sometimes there's small little time gaps that we don't know about. Like the guy hears the truck, he shoots it, it crashes, you know, into the side of the building, horns going off. Then there's
And
like
then
a commercial break.
and then it cuts to commercial.
Then you come back and the guy's trying to get out so he can get to the horn.
So yeah.
And like we don't actually know, like if he's just now got out, you know, like as soon as it
Then
crashed, or
yeah.
if he had been trying for like 10 minutes
I guess if
to
you
get
think
out.
about it, we have seen people turn that quick. Like,
Yeah, that is true.
I can't
What's
think
her-
what her name is.
The blonde chick's sister.
Yes, Andrea's sister.
Oh
when
yeah,
she
and
got bit in the
actually,
neck.
Yeah.
I think Shane turned pretty quick too, didn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah, I think it was only a few minutes before.
So
Shane
we've seen
turned
people
into a
turn
zombie.
pretty quick. So that could be valid. He could have actually killed him when he was approaching the gate with the truck,
Yeah.
and turned
Yeah.
zombified by the time he.
Yeah, because I mean,
Got down
probably a
there.
few minutes passed by at least.
But yeah, the timeline play has been interesting this season. So it'll be nice to see what they do with that. How they go forward with that. Of course, they had the two different teams. There is Team Rick.
Yeah.
That's out and about with all the quarry full of walkers trying to get them 20 miles away from the town.
Dude, talk about that parade of walkers.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's like the most insane thing.
For that
I've
to
seen.
be the start of
Yeah.
season 6, for them to show that quarry and you're just like, Jesus!
That's-
I
They
loved
love
it when
walkers.
when they first came in on that first episode, and it's just black, and you just hear Rick. I know this sounds insane, but it's an insane world, and you hear that, and you're like,
Wait,
"What the hell is
what's-
about to go
what's
down?"
going
And then
on?
you see that quarry, and you're like, "Fuck!" Like I don't even know how to process it. My first thought, obviously, is we need to head south or something.
kinda
Like
be
we're too close to this
It'd
shit.
kind of be like, what's his face? Be like, man, can't we just like build
Yeah.
up the structures?
Yeah, and
like,
then-
leave it alone.
Yeah,
Right.
but then you find out that Rick his idea is to herd all these things like west or something, and you're like really, you're gonna do that? There's like 1,000 walkers in that quarry, man.
I mean,
and
it's genius if it works.
it's
Yeah.
genius if it works. Like bravo, like that. And they could not have started doing it at a better time, because in this first episode, they're going through this dry run. Rick's explaining everything. I did think it was very well how they flashed back in black and white, like you said, and kind of explained how we built up to that moment. But yeah, like you see right when they're explaining it, practicing this run, everything starts off. That truck falls off.
Yeah, because you can tell the original plan was to do a dry run that day to get everything in
Yeah.
place, make sure everything was where it needs to be. That way they can come back in the morning and start it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're just standing there talking about it, and that truck drops.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and like that
Here we
whole
go.
episode,
Yeah.
watching it, I was just like,
And Abraham screams out, "We're doing it live!"
yeah, I was like, one more day,
Yeah.
like one more day, and you guys all would have been fucked.
Oh yeah,
You know,
right. Like that
yeah.
could have happened at night. when
That
they
could have
weren't
happened
there.
at any time. Like it's just fucking well done, man. It's ridiculous.
And I think that's what I'm excited the most about with this season is being excited after the first episode.
Yes.
Because how many times have we watched the first episode of the season and thought,
Yeah.
It's building up to something.
Yeah.
No,
You're like-
this one starts out.
Right out the
Right.
gate, man. That's the way it should be.
So I'm really excited so far because first and second episodes have just been nonstop, just hitting you in the face.
Yeah.
And I guess I wasn't expecting that because of Fear the Walking Dead. Because Fear the Walking Dead has been so boring.
What show?
Exactly.
What?
Exactly.
Honestly, I
I
haven't
watched
even
the
started
first
watching
episode
that.
and I'm just like this.
Yeah.
So I watched the first one, couldn't watch no more of it.
No.
Yeah, I've heard mixed reviews, but
I
yeah.
can't get into it, but I'm still a tried and true Walking Dead fan.
Yeah. And about that first episode, man, poor Ethan Embry. Like,
No kidding.
he came on, and I was like, oh, cool. Like, Ethan Embry's going to be in the season. Like, all right, that's an interesting character.
Once
And-
he started, yeah, exactly. Once he started talking about killing Rick, I'm like, oh, dude, you're dead.
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
dead.
well,
You're dead.
about that scene, though, right? That's how you knew Rick was back. Like,
Yeah.
he bust. I love that shit.
So you take this shit
They're
from
all,
me?
they got that meeting, but before that part, they're having a meeting, and they're talking about, overthrowing Rick, taking the town from him and all that. And what's his name with the mullet is like overhears it, whatever.
I forgot it.
I keep forgetting his
Dude, he
name.
literally, like,
Scientist.
he heard it and then he was like, ugh.
Yeah, and they find
So
him.
stupid.
So
I
Ethan
love it when
Embry's
people are like,
character.
what? And he repeats himself.
Yeah. Ethan Embry's character is about to shoot him. He's like, oh man, he heard. He's gonna talk. And then what happens?
Rick walks in.
Rick busts in. And you're thinking, Rick's about to kill this dude or something. But Rick's kind of like,
What's going on?
he's
You're,
like, huh.
you're thinking of that episode where he's in the prison and
Yeah.
he's staring the Hispanic dude in the face and then puts the machete through his head.
Yeah.
You're thinking
But
of that.
it's
You're
like-
like, he's not going to stand for
It's
this.
such a G move, man, because he just walks in. He's just all calm. He's like, huh, you guys are having a meeting. What's going on? He's like, favorite part, though, he's like, I would have posted some lookouts. Probably would have been a smart idea. I was like, what? Like, he was just so cool about it.
Yeah.
Then he tackles the dude, grabs the gun. He's like, you think you're going to take this from me? He's like, you can take this from Daryl, from Michonne, from Carol? From me? This ain't going to happen. That shit was, man, that was like my favorite scene in that first episode. It was awesome.
And what about the dynamic between him and Daryl now?
Yeah.
How about that changing?
Yeah, that is a little interesting now. I'm trying to figure out where Daryl stands with
Yeah,
him. Really, honestly.
Daryl's wanting to save people.
Yeah.
Rick's not. Yeah.
Daryl used to be the loner.
Yeah,
now
'cause-
he's talking about going out and finding new people.
Yeah, and actually, you're right, because, and Daryl's the one that told him not to kill that guy.
Yep.
He was like, Rick. That's all he had to say, and Rick's like, yeah.
So
I wasn't gonna kill
I'm
him.
interested to see where they go with that as well.
Maybe the guy that found Daryl to bring him up to the place is rubbing off on Daryl.
Yeah, I
The one
think
that gave him
so,
the
to an
motorcycle.
extent.
Are you trying to be dirty?
No.
Oh, God. You are being
I
dirty,
didn't say
aren't you?
rubbing it in. Anyway, we talked about Team Rick. So would you say the other team is Team Carol?
The other team...
I am calling the other team Team Carol.
It is
I
Team
might
Carol.
call them all Team Carol
But
now.
you know what the cool thing about that is? It was Team Carol, but none of the people in the town knew it was Team Carol.
Carol.
Because she's so fucking sly about everything. Like, Carol has been so impressive to me ever since they got to this place. Because it's like, we know who Carol is. We know she's a killer. We know she's fucking hardcore. But when we get to this town, nobody really knows Carol. So what does she do? She kind of like assimilates.
well,
You know,
she plays-
pretends...
She does that Susie Homemaker
She
thing.
does that Susie Homemaker.
But-
She's like, yeah, I'm the mother of the team, blah, blah, blah. I'm harmless.
Yeah.
They protect me.
Yeah, she acts like she doesn't know how to use a gun.
And the
You know-
only person that knows is that little kid.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, God, I love that so much.
She does like the backhanded compliments.
Yeah,
She'll
we do,
she'll
man.
Talk about it. She's like, oh yeah, those things will kill you, by the way.
Yeah,
and then
like-
she just looks at it and then walks off.
Well, the adults, they see the Susie Homemaker.
Yep.
But the kids, they're like, listen, you little shits, I will kill you if
It's like-
you come back here, like, you know, like,
I'm like, dude, Dad died. She's like, yeah, your dad was a wife beater. Get over
get
it.
over it.
Your dad hurt people. Now he's dead.
Now he's
You
dead.
want
Get
some
off my
cookies?
porch. Right.
Okay, so Team Carol.
Yeah.
Carol went full, like you were saying, Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed. Like, when she comes out and she's got that hoodie on and stuff, she comes out of nowhere, kills that guy that's attacking Morgan.
Yeah.
at first I'm just like,
I was like, who's that guy?
oh shit, like wow, like,
Yeah, that's what I
she's
said.
a badass. And then she puts the W on her forehead. Genius. Like, I'm like, holy shit, like nobody else has thought to do that to this point. Like, damn, Carol, like you're just like blending in and everything, like just right off the bat, like that kind of on the spot thinking and shit. That's valuable. Like she's the badass to me right now. Like I don't know what else to say about her. Like it's awesome. Like I can't say enough. Like awesome. Like I felt so cool. Like watching that shit.
Yeah, we actually had to go back and watch the end of season or episode 1 to verify why in the world Morgan made it back. Because
nobody else was with him.
Because we were just like, why was Morgan there? When then we realized, Rick had sent him back to warn everybody of the possible walkers breaking off and that everything's going the way it is. But the problem now is, is the team coming back to the town?
Yeah.
Are they still going to continue on the mission? Because the horn has obviously stopped, but I wonder how many broke off because of it.
Because you see at the end of the episode, you see all those zombies.
Yeah, they say the bottom
in.
half breaks off. So does that mean they're all coming towards the town now?
Yeah, the bottom half.
I know the walls will hold up, but
I just want to know if Morgan has some of Carol's casserole in that little bag as he's walking away.
Yeah,
you know what? That might be what's in the bag at the end. He's got some casserole to go.
Some celery, casserole, paprika.
So at the end of episode 2, we see Carol and Morgan walking towards each other. They don't say anything to each other, but Morgan has like a small bag. But
it's
now
like a Pyrex bag.
Yeah, now we just want to know is he taking a med kit to the team? Are those his personal effects? Are those his bathroom items? Is that his toothbrush?
His toiletries.
Is he leaving? I don't understand what the last scene meant. So I guess that's kind of what I'm looking forward to on tonight's episode, is to kind of see what's happening there.
Yeah,
it is tonight. I forgot it was Sunday.
Yeah. Just in case you guys wondered when we record this, it's Sunday.
We do it every Sunday.
There's with the second episode, there's a couple things I want to bring up. We were kind of discussing, before we started the show, like kind of the way the characters are feeling. First of all, we got that one guy, the scout. I forgot his name, but the guy that scouts for the recruiter. Yeah.
Oh yeah, remember when he lost his bag when him and Daryl got trapped.
Yeah, they got trapped by the wolves at the end of the last season. Of course, we didn't know who the wolves were.
Well, that was when they met Morgan, and that was when Daryl saw his map.
Yeah,
that had Rick's writing on it.
And so the guy loses his bag, and obviously at the end of the episode, he finds his bag, and he's like, "Oh, well, that's how these people found this place." So he's like, "This is all my fault. They're tracked here." That is probably more likely. But another thing that I didn't think about until today was the two wolves that tried to take Morgan and his food at the end of season 5.
Oatmeal.
Yeah, they tried to take his oatmeal. And
he's like, "You can have my oatmeal. You can't have me.
You can't have me. I can't let that happen." And then so they try and jump him, and Morgan, of course, beats the shit out of him, beats him unconscious, and then leaves him in a car and honks the horn so zombies will come. But at the end of the episode, the second episode, we see that, those same two guys are the wolves that Morgan confronts. One of them's like, you live here? And of course, Morgan, that dude, Morgan dispatches them, is like, "Hey, my people got guns. Yours don't. You stay, you're gonna die. Don't ever come back." So he leaves, and it's like, okay, just coincidence. But something that I was thinking, when Morgan goes into that house at the end and he sees the second guy that tried to steal his oatmeal, the guy's like, you can't, can you? You can't kill me. So Morgan, we don't know if he kills him or not. He's fighting him. Yeah. It looks like there's a struggle going on mentally, not just physically, for him. And he just says, "I'm sorry" to the guy. Lights out, commercial break. But something that I'm thinking that might be weighing on him is, does he maybe think that it's his fault that they're there? You know what I'm saying?
Like, since he doesn't know about the bag, he doesn't know about the pictures.
He doesn't know about the bag.
He just knows those guys' faces.
He knows those two guys, so is maybe Morgan thinking that, hey, this is my fault they tracked me down because I didn't kill him. You know, what I did to him, I left him in the car for zombies. We don't know how that went when they woke up.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
They're okay.
Yeah, so it's like, maybe, like, that. What's going on with him at the end of the episode? He's walking towards the exit to the town. We don't know if he's leaving. You know, he's got that little bag. I don't know what's happening to him. But I'm thinking maybe some of that guilt's rubbing off on him. And I'm really curious if he's going to lean more towards I can't leave people out there like this. Because this whole episode, he's getting upset with Carol because she's killing these wolves guys. Then he sees the same two that he didn't kill, and they're killing other people.
Yeah,
so
because Carol and Rick have taken on the responsibility of, we have to kill these people or they will kill us.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
Morgan's like, we can let them live, we can figure a way.
Nope.
And he's seeing that this is not the way.
Yeah, because, I mean, as we saw from the first episode, I mean, we've seen it before, but Rick explains it, I don't take chances anymore.
Yep.
So I'm thinking, is Morgan going to take on that same mentality now? Or what?
I can't help but wonder if they're going to go back and show any more of Morgan's story about how he changed, because there was that time when they found him back in Georgia.
Crazy.
He was crazy.
Yeah.
He set up traps that killed everyone. And he had no remorse. And, you know, now he said, you know, when the preacher asked him, where did he learn this? Or, you know, why is he tying dude up? Where did he learn this? He said, from a change maker. So who taught him that way?
I'm curious about that too. And who taught him how to fight? You know, with the bow. Like, I'm really curious about that because he tells Rick that he learned that. You know, after everything.
Maybe that's why we see the turtle. They're implying that the Ninja Turtles are coming.
Oh shit!
Was.
I mean, if we have zombies.
Was coming.
Because if that little girl's still around, there ain't gonna be none.
It's just bigger bones.
These little zombie headless turtles running around.
She's gonna have a rack of ribs on her car like Fred Flintstone. But so speaking of other characters in there, what about Carl and Ron and Enid? What else is going on there?
Gone, but I think Carl and Ron are going to end up.
I wonder what's gonna.
I think there's going to be something there.
It would be odd if they had Enid disappear after showing that much of her for this episode. Like if they didn't show something else involving her. But yeah, I can't help but wonder, where's Ron going? You know, he's obviously angry at Rick.
Angry at his mom.
He's angry at his mom
because he does not want a haircut.
Oh my god!
This
is bullshit.
He can't.
I'm not getting a haircut.
You just want to talk to me.
He can't be part of the long hair club with.
We
Carl.
Found the Kevin of The Walking Dead.
This is bullshit.
Now, if we can just get him to say the C word.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking that all he's lacking is the C word. And then we got Kevin.
For those of you that don't know the C word, we're not going to say it because it's foul. But it's a 4-letter word that starts with a C. You guys figure it out.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
Oh. For the record, I did not say that.
Thank you, Randall, for being our backup foul out.
I don't like that word.
I don't either.
I don't know. Like, I'm starting to notice some changes with Carl too. You know, watching the second episode, I was kind of thinking how timid he was with that gun. Like when he shot the guy in the leg.
He hesitated too. Yeah.
He hesitated a lot, but
he's also giving the preacher a second chance.
That is true, and it might be something to do with him being the big brother and all this stuff now.
Yeah.
But you know, before, like we've seen Carl, like that when he shot that one guy in the head, like outside the prison.
Yeah.
You know, it was just ruthless and cold-blooded, man.
Yeah, Carl used to be the first person to jump. He wanted to be the first person to jump in. Rick wouldn't let him, but
Well, he's also not wearing Rick's Mount Me hat anymore.
Oh yeah,
Sheriff's hat.
You know, I didn't think about
hat.
that. You know, there's a lot of symbolism in that, though.
Yeah, because every time Carl wasn't wearing it, all of a sudden he turned into a total badass because he was wearing a hat, and now he's not wearing it anymore. So.
Yeah,
I wonder where the hat is.
That's a good point. Nobody's wearing the hat.
Yeah.
We need the hashtag bring the hat back.
Bring the hat back, man. Let's start that campaign.
Hashtag Mount Me.
Oh.
Yeah, but
you can put that on your page.
Yeah.
Kevin's new campaign, Mount Me.
Mount Me.
It's totally about a hat, we promise.
2016.
I can totally see Ron coming back and being let's just say a problem at
Yeah.
some point.
Right, and I wonder
Yeah.
if he's gonna like go out in the wild and be captured by the wolves and be like, look, I've got an inn for this place.
Yeah, that's interesting. Like, if anybody, it'd probably be that kid, man. Him or Enid. I can see
even after
her.
Rick saved his life.
Yeah, he's turned into a little bastard.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Rick's problem child.
Because it's gonna be his stepdaddy.
Yeah.
Stepdaddy.
He does not need to hear that from you, Rick.
Where'd you learn that from, Rick?
Why can't you lift your arm up, boy?
So, theories for the rest of the season. What do you guys think? Which direction do you think they're going? Where do you think they're going to go if they can't stay in Alexandria?
I think Carol and Rick's going to end up butting heads now.
I
Because they're
don't
two
know.
high-strung personalities.
I don't know,
I
because
think they'll be on the
they've
same
done
page.
that.
I think they're on the same page.
Yeah,
I
they've
don't know.
done that, and I think they're more in line now.
I want to know. I can't think of her name, but the older woman that runs the town.
The
I
senator.
kinda
Deanna, I think.
Deanna, yeah, I kind of want to know what she's thinking now because this is her first experience with outside not walkers, like people.
Yeah.
People literally trying to take over the town, and they weren't even trying to take the town. They just came in killing people.
Yep.
Yeah, there's so much I want to know about.
Yes.
Like, well, for one, the thing with Deanna, now they know.
Yeah.
Like, Rick was on point from the get. Hey, it's a matter of time, guys.
But do you
Like,
think she'll take it that way, or do you think she's gonna go? They brought this here. It's their fault.
I don't know, but if anything, I think that one scout guy is going to step up and be like, hey, this is my fault. Like, because they got my
Yeah.
bag. Like, he seems like the type that would own up to that shit. I don't
That's
know.
true.
I don't know, though. He might keep it to himself, and then Morgan might be over here thinking it's him. Like I said, who knows?
Yeah, that'll be interesting, especially since they're separated now. Because it looked like Morgan was leaving, maybe to catch back up with the other guys. But then Morgan didn't tell anybody about the walkers.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
You're supposed to come back and
shit.
talk about
That's
that.
right.
Like the whole reason
That
he was
was the
there
whole
was to say
reason.
the walkers are coming.
Yeah.
The redcoats are coming.
I'm going to find it extremely surprising if they stay in Alexandria. Because I think that, I forgot what the previews are for tonight. But I'm thinking the walkers are headed that way. So, I don't see them getting them away from there in time. Like, they may have to pull up and go. I'll be really impressed if they save the city. Because, most of the wall, I think maybe they deconstructed a bunch of it to build
To
those
make that
barriers.
path.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to make that path. So, I mean, it's going to be hard to protect that now.
But they
unless
were also building expansions, like for the garden and stuff.
That is true.
So
This is kind of going back to the horn, though. So they could hear the horn where the walkers were at.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they be able to hear all that gunfire?
Well, I thought about that too.
Because that horn sounded like it was like right over there. for
Well,
me.
those horns are pretty loud, though.
yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
if you think about it, there wasn't that much gunfire.
No, actually, there really wasn't. Like, I
No,
think the
It
most
was
gunfire was
a
the gun
few
tower.
handgun shots.
Are you talking about with Rick and the Walkers, or are you talking about the town?
The
See,
town.
The town.
Rick and the Walkers, they had their automatic guns, and they were shooting them to try to draw the Walkers back in episode 1. But yeah, in the town, it was mostly just handguns. But the handguns would have been shot within the walls, and those
It
walls.
wouldn't have carried as
Yeah,
well.
it wouldn't have carried as
Well, I'm
far.
talking about like when the guy was shooting the truck and stuff like that.
Oh, that's true because he wasn't the watchtower shooting. Well, they weren't paying attention to it at that point because he shot all those rounds before the horn.
went off.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
And that horn would have been echoing off the walls and
Yeah.
into, like, say, the quarry and
Yeah.
wherever else it was going. So it would have carried quite a bit. And the problem now is, do they have anything equally as loud to draw the walkers back?
And see, that's what I was thinking.
I mean, they've got that piece of shit car that they used for scouting and stuff.
Yeah, and I'm curious, like, do you think, so, Rick and everybody is probably on their way back, right?
I would think so. The problem is, they've still got the first half of those
Yeah,
walkers
they
that they're
still
trying to carry 20 miles away.
They still got to deal with a lot of
See,
Walkers.
Morgan,
So-
that's where Morgan needs to be headed back to.
Yeah,
man.
so I can't help but wonder if we're going to see, Team Rick meet up with Morgan, if Morgan's going to one-man that shit. Because they're not going to just up and leave the town.
Or, because you saw the wolves leave. So, are the wolves going to run in to Rick and Rick?
There's so few wolves. And that also makes me wonder, how many wolves have we not seen?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really hope we do learn who the wolves actually are.
Yeah.
Because these dudes
I gotta be
confuse
honest,
the shit out of me.
there's probably somebody listening to this that's read the comics and they're like,
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
who they are.
It's like-
I know what's gonna happen.
The first
But
thing I'm
I
thinking...
tell you what, I haven't read the comics yet.
Yeah, but the first thing I'm thinking is, how do you organize shit like that? Like, how do you find that many people to just be savage wolves like that? Like,
I mean, well, it is.
And also,
it's-
did it-
Dude, the way they talked, it's almost
Yeah,
like
I was
they
about
just
to
given up
say,
their humanity.
does it not seem like... Yeah, because that dude, the way he was talking, it was kind of like he was just like...
He was like, "We're saving."
It's
you."
almost like he was drugged or something. He's like, people...
Yeah,
like,
like-
people don't belong here
No.
anymore. And when they take people...
Bleed.
when they take people, like... Do you think they're converting people? Like, this,
Brainwashing.
I can't
somehow,
help
like
but wonder-
brainwashing them?
Like maybe they're strapping them all to a tree,
Yeah, 'cause
and
we've
the only
seen
ones
that.
they're letting go are the ones that say that they'll be a wolf.
Yeah.
Because they all have the W carved
Yeah.
on them in
Yeah.
some way. So it makes me wonder if they've done that to make them bleed and draw walkers to them, and then maybe they're like, I'll be one of you.
No.
I'll help you.
Well, I believe they do have some strange philosophy. I don't remember the exact wording, but in that episode,
Yeah, they
last
talk about it in
episode of
season
fifth
5.
season,
Yeah.
he's like, the first people believed
Came-
themselves to be wolves,
came from wolves,
came
yeah.
from wolves, and I don't know. Hopefully, we'll get into that later this season because I'm really curious.
yeah, I say we do our own Talking Dead.
Yeah, we'll do talking.
mid-season finale. We do another one.
Except we'll have to call it something else.
Schmocking Schmed.
Oh, I know, Smoking Smed. Yeah. I would say we can let Randall work on a name, but that's gonna end horribly.
It's gonna
No. We can do it.
the Flaccid Dead.
The Flaccid Dead.
Well, anyways, I think
Blue Mountain Walkers.
I think we can wrap up on that one. Hashtag don't let Randall name it. Well, any last words for the Bush League Geek Walking Dead?
Respect another man's hair game.
Respect another
Another
man's hair
man's hair
game. What?
What? I do
I
believe
said-
that my services would be better suited here.
Yeah, respect another man's
Or
hair
there.
game.
Well, here, why don't we let the listeners come up with a name?
For our Walking Dead show?
our two listeners need
2 or
to
3.
come up with a
Yeah.
name.
Those 2 listeners consist of us.
Oh,
We'll work on it.
Thanks, Elena.
So any listeners out there, let us know what you'd like to hear from us, what you think about The Walking Dead so far, and what we should call a regular episode from us of Talking Quote Unquote Dead. And until next time, keep listening.
Just survive somehow.